All people are spirits at conception. The idea that all people are spirits at conception infused with a spiritual essence when the sperm and egg unite is a fascinating intersection of science and spirituality. This concept explores the profound moment of life's beginning, blending scientific observations with spiritual interpretations. Scientific perspective. Scientifically, conception is when a sperm cell penetrates an egg cell, forming a zygote. This process triggers a series of complex biochemical reactions that initiate the development of a new organism. Interestingly, some studies have observed that a flash of light, known as a zinc spark, occurs at fertilization. This light is a byproduct of releasing zinc atoms from the egg as the sperm activates it. Spiritual perspective. Spiritually, this moment of conception marks the entry of a new spirit into the physical realm. The spirit's entry into the new life form could be interpreted in this context as the flash of light. This idea aligns with beliefs in many spiritual traditions that view life as a union of body and spirit. Integrating the concepts, union of body and spirit. The physical and spiritual realms converge at conception. The light observed scientifically symbolizes the entrance of a spirit into the physical vessel. The zinc spark manifests the divine spark or the presence of God, who is light. This highlights the sacredness of life from its very inception. As the zygote develops into an embryo and eventually a fully formed human, it does so with a physical body and a spiritual essence growing together in a harmonious balance. This integrative approach respects scientific observations and spiritual beliefs, offering a holistic view of the beginning of life. It emphasizes the sacredness of conception and the profound connection between human existence's physical and spiritual aspects. How do you feel about this blend of science and spirituality in understanding the origins of life? Let's delve deeper into the concept of all people being spirits at conception, merging scientific observations with spiritual interpretations. Union of body and spirit at conception. Scientific example. The zinc spark researchers from Northwestern University observed that a burst of light, known as a zinc spark, occurs at conception. When a sperm fertilizes an egg, millions of zinc atoms are released, creating a brief but vivid flash of light. This moment marks the beginning of a new life on a physical level. This zinc spark symbolizes the spirit entering the physical realm. Many spiritual traditions believe that life begins at conception with the infusion of a soul. Men could interpret the moment the light is seen as the divine spark or spirit taking residence in the newly formed zygote. Holistic development, growth of body and spirit. Scientific example. Embryonic development. From conception, the zygote begins a series of complex developmental stages from blastocyst to embryo to fetus. Genetic and environmental factors meticulously orchestrate this development. Spiritual interpretation. Soul growths. Alongside physical development, spiritual traditions often teach that the soul grows and develops as well. The holistic view suggests that spiritual attributes, such as personality, consciousness, and emotional capacity, begin forming early in development and are intertwined with physical growth. Integrative approach in practice. Many cultures have rituals and practices that honor pregnancy's physical and spiritual aspects. For instance, in some indigenous cultures, ceremonies are held to welcome the new spirit and bless the mother and child, recognizing the sacred union of body and spirit from conception. Spiritual insights on mindfulness and connection. Practices such as prenatal meditation, speaking to the unborn, and surrounding the mother with positive energy are believed to nurture the baby's physical and spiritual development. These practices highlight the belief that spiritual and physical well-being are deeply interconnected. Neonatal care. Advances in neonatal care focus on the holistic health of newborns. addressing not only their physical needs, but also providing nurturing environments that promote emotional and psychological well-being. Spiritual interpretation. Some families incorporate spiritual practices into neonatal care, such as blessings, prayers, or rituals that welcome the spirit into the community. This reflects a belief in the importance of spiritual nurture from the earliest stages of life. This holistic perspective emphasizes the profound connection between human existence's physical and spiritual aspects, beginning at conception and continuing throughout life. It invites us to view life as a sacred journey where science and spirituality coexist and complement each other.